Guys, it has been too long. It has been a long time, it feels, since I've last came on here and talked to you guys. Really happy to be back. But, you know, kind of just explaining why I've been gone and sort of getting to an interesting topic in today's video about, you know, on semen retention, you'll find that sometimes there's highs and sometimes there's lows and sometimes there's flat lines and sometimes there's surges of energy that are amazing and everything seems to be aligning and things are always working in your favor. And then there's times where shit just hits the fan and stuff goes wrong. And I'm kind of just coming on here to tell you guys that, you know, that time period that I just took off and I've been inconsistent with videos and I've been gone, you can do that too. And do not feel ashamed to fall down in life or not feel like your energy is right. Because everybody wants to say a lot of times in the spiritual community that, oh, we're reaching this high ascension and energy is on 10,000 and I'm living my best life and everything's amazing. But no, that's not how it always is. And there's always bumps in the road and there's always things that's going to happen that lower your vibration, and it's okay. And it's something that, you know, I struggle with, and this is kind of a same message that I've preached in, you know, kind of my inconsistent videos for the last like 2 weeks, 3 weeks or whatever, where I've just kind of randomly been posting. But like, you know, it's good to be back. And, you know, energy cleansing is sort of the topic of today. Guys, you build up so much energy through semen retention. You know, you start to heal traumas. You start to work through, you know, addictions. You start to sort of change your narrative when you go on semen retention, and you realize, you know, you work so hard for some time on a long semen retention streak, and you accomplish a lot and you get a lot done. And I've sort of realized that eventually, you know, something goes wrong. There's a monkey's wrench that's thrown in the tire or whatever the hell, you know, something goes wrong. Something happens that the Matrix throws at you to teach you a lesson. And a lot of times I get down just like everybody, you know, stuff happens that makes me feel shitty, and sometimes bad habits come back up, and, you know, I take a step back. And, you know, sort of the idea that I wanted to talk about today is that even if you're taking that step back, and even if you are maybe at the lowest of lows right now on your spiritual journey, on your semen retention journey, you know, you've relapsed, you've fallen into a habit that is bad for you, realize, guys, that your greatest ascension is right around the corner. And guys, what you can do to sort of turn this chapter in your book, because guys, realize that these things are always going to happen. You must become aware to the fact that setbacks are going to happen. Relapses are going to happen. Flat lines are going to happen. Realize that you can't allow yourself to slip down that slope and go far down that slope, because you've made progress. No matter what you've done, you've made progress to get to a certain level. Don't take that progress that you've gotten and take it for granted, and realize that you need to step into your greatest ascension. And now I'm going to get into how we do now step into our greatest ascension. Now, on my journey, you know, there's been times where setbacks have happened. You know, I lose something. I lose an attractive female in my life. I lose, you know, some money. Something happens, you know, potentially karmic things happen to me where, you know, some shitty thing happens to me, man, and I feel bad for myself, or I relapse and I get down in the dumps. Now, this is the opposite of what needs to happen. You need to feel those emotions, but you don't need to binge down back into those terrible habits that you worked so hard to pull yourself out of. And, you know, over my period of time of self-improvement, self-development, I guess, you know, there's been things that have worked for me in, you know, reaching my greatest ascension and kind of letting go of the past and moving on into, you know, my greatest version. And I kind of want to explain how recently, with this time period that I kind of took off and reassessed, reevaluated, got my energy right, I'm going to kind of let you guys into, you know, how I did that and how I feel that now I am setting myself up for my greatest ascension, my greatest summer, my greatest time period in my life, right exactly now. And so what I did was, first off, those things that I did, the habits I slipped back into, I forgave myself for following that path. I forgave myself for going down that road again, because I didn't want to dwell on it, and that's why I forgave myself. And you guys don't need to dwell on the past either, because we are only in the now. That's all we have, right this very moment. That's all we have. So forgive yourself for the past. Realize that that's the past. You know, you can't go back there and feel that anymore. It's there, it happened. Forgive yourself, and now you have a fresh, clean slate of energy to move forward. And here's where I want to talk a little bit deeper about forgiving yourself, because do not just forgive yourself. There must be a step 2 to this process. If you are just forgiving yourself, you will slip back into bad habits, because you will just get into this cycle of, well, I forgive myself. It's okay that I did that. It's okay that I did that. Realize that at the end of the day, a lot of times it is okay and it's not okay, guys. Realize that forgiving yourself, you give yourself a clean slate of energy. Now, here is our step 2. We're getting into sort of some alchemy. We're getting into some sort of magic that you can use in your life to elevate you into your greatest ascension. Realize that that energy that you allowed to creep in, that habit that you allowed to come back, that shitty thing that you did, or feeling bad about yourself, or whatever it was, you must cleanse your energy now. You must move into your greatest ascension. Here's what you do. Cleaning your energy, okay? Sit with yourself. Do some breath work. Do some meditation. Say to yourself, I am letting go of those things that are no longer serving me. I am letting go of the past. I am letting go of the mistakes that I have made. I am letting go of that habit, and I am moving in to my greatest version. I am moving in to the person that I always imagined in my head. I am manifesting my desires. I am manifesting beautiful people coming into my life. Whatever you're sort of moving yourself into, speak it, write it, act it. This is a very crucial step, guys, in moving towards your greatest ascension. And I kind of wanted to mention this as well, is the amount of energy or belief or trust, these sort of key words that you give into this ritual, that you give into this manifestation process, is what you're going to get out of it. If you want to go into this idea of moving into your best version, of letting go of the mistakes you made, letting go of the habits that brought you down, that lowered your frequency, if you want to half-ass this sort of ritual, if you want to half-ass this sort of idea in your mind and just say, well, yeah, I'm going to move into my best self, and yeah, it's I screwed up, yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. Now we're just going to go ahead. We're going to go ahead and just move into this next realm and do our thing. No, man, take this serious, okay? Maybe use some incense. Maybe use some Palo Santo. Maybe use some sage to cleanse your energy and to move into the correct direction, okay? Take this serious. Use the belief. Use your imagination. Use the power that your brain has to realize that because you've gone on this semen retention streak for a while, realize that you already have quite a bit of built up energy. Don't take that for granted. You already have some manifestation power within you. And even if you weren't on semen retention, you still have that manifestation ability. So guys, realize that this is a powerful practice. Give it the power. Give it the belief. Believe in your ability to create your reality, because the amount of belief you give it is what you are going to get out of it, guys. So use this information to your advantage, man, because this is an interesting time period, I feel, in the universe right now. The way the planets are aligned, the way things are moving, okay? The energy in the atmosphere, okay, guys? There was a lot of people that, went through a down period. Spiritual beings, okay, went through a down period only to rise back up. And I think it's very important to sort of now at this time align ourselves with what is best for us. So semen retention gang, okay, SR gang, seed maintaining gang out there. Love you guys. I know I've been gone for a while. Just realize that, I am not sorry that I was gone whatsoever. Okay, this was a part of my ascension process. This was what I needed, and I love you guys. Thanks for the support. Hopefully this message resonates, and I know it does. Okay, now move into your best version. This is your time to do it now. Peace.